Hey guys, it's Sims Freak 2182 here, and it is a beautiful June 29th of 2014, and I have been stalking Twitter, and I'm hardly on Twitter. If you guys have followed me, Sims Freak 2182, you can, add me if you want, or follow me, so you can tell that I don't usually get on my Twitter very much, but because of all of this, I guess, the negative response for The Sims 4 with the no toddlers and no pools and a bunch of other stuff that people are complaining about, I've been on Twitter and Facebook a whole hell of a lot more than I usually have. Even though I'm on Facebook a lot, you guys can add me there too. I can probably add a couple links down below so you guys can follow me and such. So I kind of made a list for what's been going on lately, and I've been trying to find more positive than negative. And I feel like people are stopping their pre-orders just because there's no toddlers and no pools. For me, I love toddlers. Like, for me, and I know that a lot of people agree with me on this, they're cute and they're fun. And, you can teach them how to walk, talk, and go potty, But other than that, they don't really serve a significant, part to The Sims. Yeah, it's a life stage, but what else do? They pick their nose and they giggle and they're just there, add to The Sims life experience. And I totally understand that people are super upset about that. But then there's others that sometimes I don't play with toddlers. Sometimes I don't enjoy doing that. Sometimes I feel they don't add to my gameplay like they should. Or I just don't want to deal with having to teach them to, walk, talk, and go potty. Sometimes I just skip over the thing in general. And there is a, if you use cheats like 99.99% of us Simmers, you can actually put in, testing, cheats enabled true, shift and click on them, and then you can redo their traits if you don't like what's been assigned to them. I mean, there's things that, you can go around. So it's not a really big deal for me that the toddlers have been taken out. And, I'm sorry if people don't agree with me on that, but that's just my opinion. Also, pools, as I've watched a couple people's reply to the disrespectfulness, the immaturity, and the overall, what people have been doing to the Sim Gurus, which I just found out today that there's been threats. It's just ridiculous over toddlers and pools. As Black Essence, who I watched your video, hi Black Essence, I agree with you on this. Pools are a part of, the upper class, where you can actually afford and maintain a pool. That's true in real life as well. If you don't have the money to maintain that pool, there's going to be some nasty gross stuff floating around in your pool. And that's just a bueno with me. I don't have a pool here at my apartments. I did at my old apartments. But, pools are expensive to maintain. So I think people are just jumping the gun on this, and I also commented on several of especially on this one Sim, what is going on? Especially on this one Sim fan thing group on Facebook, that people are just jumping the gun. They are going, I don't want this game sucks because there's no toddlers and pools. There's been petitions. I signed the petition because at first I thought, oh my gosh, why do they do this? But then once I really thought about it, it's kind of ridiculous to, grab your guns and torches and spears and crap and try to go after the Sims Guru or anybody who doesn't agree with you. I mean, that's my opinion. I know that's a lot of people's opinions, that it's not okay to threaten people. Why would you even do that just over parts of a game that isn't included this time? I believe, and I know that this might be a long shot, but they might be adding more things for the toddlers, and they just don't have time to put it all into the game. Like, this is a base game. You're not going to get pets, you're not going to get weather, you're not going to get vacations, you're not going to get this and that all in a base game, because our computers would pretty much blow up if they did. And Toddlers and Pools can be added into a patch, or an EP, or something that would give us more. And that's why I'm not going to cancel my pre-order just because a couple people have their heads up their butts. Like, that's not fair to me. That's not fair to the people who really want to play The Sims 4. And if you are a true simmer, you're not going to complain about the little tiniest things. I know that I've had a lot of concerns and I've voiced them, but I still got the game. And they have tried to fix the bugs, and they're trying to, fix what's been going on. So let me get to my, sorry for the sun. So let me get to my list. I found, and also we didn't have toddlers way back in the day, like more than a decade ago. And I've been playing The Sims since the very beginning, since The Sims came out. I didn't really get into it until The Sims 2, but I've still played since the very beginning. So I could be called, what a Black Essence called, those of us who have played since the very beginning, veteran simmers. And that's exactly what I am. I'm a veteran simmer, and I believe that EA and Maxis is trying to bring more to the table this time. And they're going to have to do it in small doses because, yeah, they make money from it, but it's also because they don't want to overload us and overload the games and stuff. And they want you to be excited. That's why they're not showing every little thing that the game has to offer, because they're not even done with it yet. We still have until September to get the game. So people need to slow their rolls, get their fingers out of their noses, and just knock it off. Just stop. Okay. My list of pros and cons. The cons that I have is no creative style, no color wheel, load screens between neighborhoods and worlds, no toddlers, no pools, and the transit thingamabob that's on the street is a decoration. But creative style, a lot of simmers have said that had taken up their whole entire gameplay was because they were trying to find the perfect thing for every little aspect of their house, their Sims, everything. And I think because they're replacing the color wheel and creative style with the catalog, where you can actually go in, and if somebody put up, a new pattern or something of the shirt or whatever that you're looking for, you can get that right into your game. So I'm pretty sure that's why they have the catalog, where you don't have to log out to use it, you don't have to download anything, it's just instantly right into your game. And I think that is an awesome, upgrade. So I don't really consider that a con. Loading screens between neighborhoods and worlds, I will go into more of this in my list. So the pros. You can add attics. That is so awesome. I know that I believe people have made attics in The Sims 2 and 3. I think more in The Sims 3. But you can add also doors and windows on the roof walls. So if you want to add the two attics or something together by a bridge or whatever, or a walkway, I'm trying to think of the words, then you can, and that is so awesome. That's more building for the ones who want to build like that. You still have the option of controlling what Sims do at work, just like The Sims 3. I mean, you can't see them in their work, but the little, when you see them and you have the option of kissing up to the boss, work hard, take it easy, you can still do that in The Sims 4, and that's awesome. You can still have rewards that can be used for their home and unlockables. The rewards are from, if they do something at work, they can still get rewards, just like in The Sims 3. That's awesome. Prices in every neighborhood differ to reflect what that neighborhood But there's no homelessness, so you have to buy a lot. And that was also in The Sims 3. The buying the lot thing for the homelessness. And that's awesome. I think the variation of the lot prices for the different neighborhoods, it shows more diversity. It shows that, you know, they're really thinking about what is actually realistic. And even though this game isn't supposed to be realistic, let's face it, we want at least some realism in the game. Light is more realistic on how they hit the walls, etc. right now. So it's not just weird, like it's more realistic. And I have a lot. My list is very big. Sims are neither right or left-handed, so I'm pretty sure they're both-handed. I know it's called something. I'll probably think of it later. There's no laundry. A lot of you guys are going, yes! But then there's some of you who are like, oh, I need laundry. They can add that later, so calm down. There's aging between life stages. That is what everybody's been bugging them about. What about, you know, between baby and child, blah, 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 you know, or what about child and teen, blah, blah, blah. So maybe there's no turning and them automatically aging up. I'm so excited for that. When I read that, I was so excited, automatically. When game loads, it will stop and the load screen will appear. I'm pretty sure that's what already happens. Correct me if I'm wrong down below, like, you know, I don't want any nastiness. But just be like, I think there is, or no, there isn't, you know, whatever. Sims will start out with 20k simoleons, and that's awesome. That means that they're able to get a good decent sized property or a good decent house. I believe that you'll be able to get a better furnished house. If not, then you could probably have a little bit, my list dropped. You could probably have more simoleons left over from buying the house to actually get furniture and stuff that you want. Okay, where was I? Oh. And I made this video because I saw Black Essence, Simmer, Mami, if I butchered your name, I'm so sorry. And Simmer. He's on a couple of my Sims groups. He's also a part of that. Then my sources are from Twitter, Sim Guru Graham, Grant, and House. Hopefully I said your name right. Okay, but my list is being difficult. Okay. Being online. People have been bitching about this and complaining and everything else. And I'm finally here to tell you, it is not an online game. It is an option. You have to do it online the first time so you can, you know, add the code in and stuff so you can register it, and you have to have an Origin account to do this. I know that's kind of a bummer, but you know, I think they're working with EA, so you have to do it. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I've had my Origin for a while, but you do not have to have, you know, Wi-Fi, online, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to have that to play. It's a single player offline game, so no more complaining about that. The new catalog, as I touched base on, that can be used to automatically put other Simmers content straight into your game. So I'm pretty sure that's why they took Creative Style and the color wheel away. That's because they're going to do it all in the catalog. And that's pretty cool, so I'm not worried about that at all. Obviously, the biggest pro is that they vamped up the Create a Sim and build mode, and I'm so excited. I'm super happy about that. We actually got what we wanted that we were complaining about in The Sims 3. Even I was doing a little complaining in The Sims 3, you know. What can you do? Easier way to create Sims without sliders. I've only seen 1 or 2 people actually complain about there not being sliders. The only sliders that are there are for the weight and the muscle. So I'm so excited to not have sliders. It was a freaking pain in the ass to go through and be like, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Oh my god, this is taking me forever. It would take me like 2 hours to create one sim. And that's BS. I want to just get in there, make them, and then just, you know, play. So I'm really excited that they're making it quicker and easier and more creative to actually be able to create Sims. So super excited. In the build mode, I'm so excited. You can actually move actual whole rooms, and it's smart new technology. So when you like move the wall of the room, all the furniture and decor and everything will move with it instead of having to repaint, redecorate, move them, and all that other crap. There's also movable foundations where your stairs can actually move with them if you did not see that in the trailer. Smart window feature where you can click a button and the system will smartly put windows where it thinks it needs to go. You can actually have the windows go up and down. And have the ability to have like really, if you want a really tall entrance, you can have that. Your walls can go up 3 stories, which is awesome. That doesn't mean that there's only going to be a 3 stories for your house entirely. I believe that you can have more than 3 stories, but that is a really awesome feature to have. So as I put, doesn't limit the overall stories of your house. So I don't think you can go up 9 stories, but I'm pretty sure you can go up like 4 or 5 at least. You know, have a 4 or 5 story house, which I hope. You know, so I don't want people assuming that you only can have 3 stories of a house, because that's not much. Especially if there's mansions. If there's mansions, you know that there's going to be more than just 3 stories, because mansions, they're usually huge. You can travel between neighborhoods and entire worlds without starting a new game. That, my friends, is amazing. I can deal with loading screens if my sim can, you know, go to another world without me having to get out my game, make them again, and add them again. So you are able to live in one world and work or play in another. That is also awesome. I'm so happy. I want to put out more positive than negative. Because you can always look over the, you know, see past the negative. You will also be able to choose the level of free will for your Sims. So you can have no or total control for those who like to be in control all the time. Let's see. So, continuing with the traveling the world and stuff, all of your Sims' personalities, accomplishments, and relationships will stay with them as they travel around. So you don't have to, you know, remake your Sim, which is awesome. In cast, you can pair any hairstyle with any hat. Boots will either go over the skinnier leg jeans, or they will go under the wider jeans, or pants, whatever. And there's no more sad-looking maternity clothes. Do you know how excited I am? I love getting my Sims pregnant, and I hated having to use a mod or, you know, a little cheat to make them wear something that doesn't, you know, make them topless, or make them have no bottoms, or make them disappear entirely, or, you know, where there's just a floating head, hands, and feet. You know, you can actually, they have made it to where all of the female clothing automatically have the pregnant morph layer, you know, so they can actually be pregnant and wear whatever the hell you want them to wear. Also, that you can wear anything for any clothing category. Meaning, if you want to wear a nice jacket with shorts to go to a wedding, you can. There, you know, they have it to where you can go by categories. Like, if you want them to wear a red shirt, they have that. It's also in one of the trailers, which is freaking awesome. So I can actually color code my wardrobe if I freaking well want to. You can bake from a super cool contraption. Remind you of, you know, Open for Business. OFB, I had to think about that for a second. They have this contraption. They actually have a picture of it. And people are like, I don't want this. I want toddlers. Well, you know what? Boo-hoo. I want that, not toddlers. It'd be cool if we had those. There are trailer park homes, but they aren't considered poor. And then I read also another article, which is on my computer right now, that people are interested in seeing if money has a more meaningful feeling, or yeah, is more meaningful to the Sims. So the Sims can recognize the difference between being poor and being rich, and how those different scenarios will have different priorities in life, or just overall, you know. Did I miss anything? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, something that isn't new. Somebody on, I think it was Sims Community, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Something that isn't new is multiple outfits for every clothing category. You can already do that in The Sims 3. It's nothing new. And if you don't know about it, you should, obviously, you aren't paying attention when you're creating your sim. Of course, if you spend 2 hours playing your game, of course you're not going to, creating a sim, you're not going to come, but there is the little tabs on the side of the, I think it's the actual clothing that you can pick. There's little tabs, 1, 2, 3. You can make different outfits, different hairs, but I think they're going to make it easier to go about that. So, yeah. My video is over 20 minutes long. I'm sorry about that. But I had to tell more positive things, because I hate it when people just focus on the negative. There's so many positive things about The Sims 4, and this is just the base game. Think about the different expansion packs. If you go on VIP Sims, if you go on that blog, they will actually have, under the Sims 4 tab, they'll have it to where they have, like, ideas of what they're going to do. And a lot of those ideas are freaking sweet. I'll put that link down below as well. So, I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm a sim, like having to hold my bladder. But I will see you guys later, okay? Comments below, comment, subscribe, whatever. Bye!